We went from a few million on up to 8 million revenue, working on increasing our net profit and a bit and some growing pains there right now. But partnering with two other guys helped a lot. We're trying to do 8 to 9 million this year, really 9.5 if we can hit the sales. But we need to increase our margins and working on some things there. Biggest problem in Maryland is it's seasonal. You're really compacting like all the work in 8 months period. So it kind of hurts your cash flow and things. But that's why I think it makes sense to open up eventually something in Florida.
I have seen that businesses, we've seen it with the windshield business, they grow much quicker because there is more focus on individual tasks. You were able to handle the marketing. They were able to handle more of the fulfillment, the operations, production side. Even though y'all crossed over some, it sounds like it gave you more time to only focus on driving leads and sales.
Yeah, and I think our main thing right now, it's like father, son. My only main issue is like when you talk about the vision of it, sometimes we have a different vision on or end goal. So that's why I'm actually trying to look at maybe getting in some PE or something like that to kind of help where it's, hey, we're aligned. They might even own 51% or whatever, but now we have a set goal and somebody above us in a way to align all three of us.
It was a tremendous year last year. We did a little over 4 million last year. We're on track to do a little over 5 million this year.
And gutters might be a better situation than getting into the roof. Yeah, that's all cosmetic. So I'm pretty sure you'd be able to run through without a license anywhere on the gutter side.
I just want to say how fortunate we all are to be on this call together. Look at this group of beautiful people that we got here, sharpening each other up, making the world better, one deal at a time, one business at a time. I'm real proud of all of us.
Dang, man. You go overseas and you come back home to the U.S. and it's sad. Everybody just wants to make a money grab, do bare minimum, and then...
What spawned this, guys, was I posted in the group, the SBA is upping their limit from 5 million to 10 million. That's huge. And I don't know if we quite recognize the gravity of that. Whether you are buying your business for the first time or whether you're attempting to acquire a competitor, these things are important for us to continue to sharpen that axe. So just know you're going to limit your risk in the deal if you go with the asset purchase versus the stock or the equity purchase. Local banks and credit unions have more of a propensity to want to lend to you because they have a dog in the fight. They're small. Their loan committee is looking at these individual loans. Don't get confused by Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America. Those are for bigger M&A deals. They're not going to lend to a small deal. And if they do lend on a very small deal, they need to see your LTV extremely low. They may need to see you come with 60 to 70% down. So you don't make money at the sale. You make money at the close of the deal when you buy it. That's where your equity gets locked in. Another thing that I see a lot of buyers that are looking for businesses miss out on is the notion of a seller finance structure. You have to understand when you're negotiating with the potential seller what the benefit is. It's a with them. What's in it for me? Now here's the nail in the coffin. Chris, do you really want to get 5 million out of this in one fell swoop? Can you imagine the capital gains tax you're going to pay on that, man? No, let's do a seller carry for $1.5 million. You get your 3.5 payout. And let's trickle your amortization over the next, we'll call it 10 years. Chris, if you don't want to do the seller finance, man, I can only buy your business for 4 mil. Take it or leave it. I think we all need to continue to get stronger as it relates to underwriting these deals. Adam Coffey talks about this all the time in Private Equity Playbook. He talks about the 30-20-10 rule. You should be at least a gross profit margin of 30% or greater. Your expenses should be no more than 20% of your overall top line. And you should at least make a dime on a dollar on a deal. I think a dime on a dollar is too low, actually. I'd like to see something above 15%. And if it's below 15%, there should be a really good reason as to why you're there. And we got to increase those numbers. Know that a bank is going to want to see a 1.25 or greater on a debt service coverage ratio to lend to you. But just like Kevin and Chris on the glass deal, you don't need a bank. You can go get capital from somebody else who can completely liquidate the debt. As long as the deal stands on its own, you should be good to go. It's like the ugly duckling house on the street where it has all the really nice homes. That's the one you want to buy because you want it to get up to its peers. I thought I was going to romanticize the situation, be aggressive, and get them up to price. I was very wrong. And there was a lot of attrition that took place.
We're up 107%, I think, for construction this year compared to last year. I just need guys.
It's actually pretty good right now. I just hit 2 million in revenue last week, so we're up 60%, which is great.
But I learned a lot, and I learned that one, I knew it, but actually seeing that there's just so much commercial opportunity for just this, for every industry, but for ours, it's like guys aren't even going after this stuff. Not going to say it's easy because it's not, but it's wide open.
So the reason I was asking is, from Shy and from my experience, because I did a lot of door knocking, is you got to have that guy they believe in or woman. The person they believe in that's close to them, that gives them support. If you let people go for too long, I'm even talking about a couple of days, without that type of support and feedback, I don't know, I'll call them the weak ones will just falter. They'll just be done. They'll get in their own head when they get a bunch of negatives. I used to tell people, make them feel like we're almost like an elite group, like Navy SEALs. Other people, they're too scared to do this. They're scared. They don't want to do it. You're literally going to make money today. We're going to go get this.
One strong hire, like what you're looking for when you find that person. Oh man, it's like you took a steroid shot.
Always make sure to stay in that game, not the gap. You know, the book, The Gap in the Game by Dan Sullivan. I read it.
Yeah.
Man, I lived in the gap my whole life.